So if I asked you what color your speakers were, and I'm not talking about cosmetically, what color are they? Are they deep blue? Are they bright pink? You know, what color are they? Are you confused? Yes. And I know a lot of you are confused because one of the terms that came up over and over where we were talking about, you know, suggestions on videos to do talking about terminology that's used commonly in audio reviews, colored was one of the most requested ones. And it's actually a very tough and nebulous one because there is no real definition and it's used in many, many different ways. Off the bat, I will say that when a reviewer is normally saying that a product, whether it's a loudspeaker, an amplifier, whatever, is colored, it likely means that there's something being added or subtracted from the original signal. There's some color being added or subtracted. And what exactly that means, it depends on what the reviewer is getting at. And that's the problem with the term. But what it does suggest is that if somebody says, you know, that's a highly colored amplifier, that's a highly colored sounding loudspeaker, it suggests that maybe it's not faithful to the original input signal. That maybe it's got a linearity problem in the amplitude response if it's a loudspeaker. Maybe there are some distortion signatures that you know, or, you know, frequency roll-offs at the extremes, or one area of the frequency band to the detriment of others. But color just means that something is likely not right 100% with the performance of the product. Now, a lot of people will go, well, colored, I get in my head, I get this view that, well, it's a blue speaker, or it's a black speaker, or it's a white speaker, or a purple speaker, or whatever, and what does that mean? I think one thing that we have to remember is that a lot of the audio terminology that we see in reviews, a lot of this audio vocabulary, I believe it actually came out of trying to take things that people could grasp, like descriptions of photographs or film, and try and apply them to something more abstract like music or like sound or like audio. You'll see lots of terms that are, you know, video related in audio reviews. People talk of graininess, brightness, warmth, focus, image. All of these kind of terms, you know, really come from the visual arts or visual perspective and are being applied to audio. But, you know, colored is usually a negative term when I've seen it used in reviews. And again, it doesn't mean that there's some, you know, your speaker has a particular color or an amplifier has a particular color. It just means it's doing something that it likely should not be doing if you're looking for a linear, high fidelity piece of audio equipment. You can read into what you will when a reviewer says colored, but just in the back of your mind, just assume that it's actually a negative and it's doing something wrong. Now, I will throw one other thing out. I have seen a number of reviewers talk about, you know, make a comment like this amplifier was full of color. It showed the entire palette of different colors in music or whatnot. Now that's probably a positive thing, but again, if we're saying that some amplifier has more color over another, is it actually doing something that it shouldn't be? Or that I feel that it shouldn't be, i.e., I mean, it should present the signal amplified that is coming into it and nothing else, with as low distortion and any sort of adjustments to that signal as possible. Colored, coloration, colored, all of those things, it's a difficult term. There's no way to nail it down to one thing, but like I said, just think of it that maybe it's likely in most cases not a good thing if you hear a reviewer say that a audio device is colored in some way. Thanks again for watching. Thank you as always for the comments and for keeping the suggestions coming for this series.